This is our real first look into Domain 3 and how the new calculations will happen. In Domain 3, it used to be you either got your points or you didn't. And it was either you met the criteria or you didn't, regardless of how close you were. And people complain the fact that, oh, I was only 1 point away, 2 points away, I should have gotten my points. So what TEA did was they turned Domain 3 into a 0 through 4. You can get 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 points, and you have to meet different criteria in order to get those points. Okay. So what I have here is our Domain 3 points. Okay. I have on here a notation that for RDA, a yes is if you get 3 or 4 points. That's just a side note, additional information. Okay. In order to get 4 points, you have to meet the long-term target, and that is the target that TEA has set for 2037. You have to meet the 2037 target in order to get your full points. So on this, I have your 2037 target, your 4-point target. For elementary, it's 55%. For middle school and junior high, it's 50%. And for high school, it's 40%. Okay, in order to get your 3 points, that means you met the interim target, the 2023 target. And so again, I have the 2023 target, and each of the targets are set by grade bands. So for elementary, it's 49. For middle school, it's 44. For high school, it's 34. Okay, in order to get 2 points, it means you did not meet the interim target, but you showed expected growth towards the next interim target. And there's some calculations that go into that, but here is the results of that calculation. Okay. Here I also have that next interim target that they're talking about. So this is 51, this is 46, this is 36. So those are the next interim targets that you would have to hit, and that's what they're using to calculate the 2 points off of. Okay. In order to get 1 point, you didn't meet the interim target, but you showed minimal growth between 22 and 23. And so where I'm looking for that is here, is in this column where it says change. You had to have a positive change between 22 and 23 and not qualify for 2, 3, or 4 points. Okay. And then 0 points means that you just basically didn't make growth. So let's take apart this chart. This is the number of students who showed progress in 2023. Now, the only students that is in here is our students that took a 2022 test and a 2023 test, because they're looking at progress. They're looking at how did you do last year to how did you do this year. So this is the number of students tested this year that had a 2022 and a 2023 test. Okay, so tested in 2023 with a 2022 and a 2023 test. Okay, here is the percent of progress for your campus. Here is the 2022 percent of progress for your campus. This is the change between 2022 and 2023. Okay, and this is the calculation for interim. This is if you got 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. So at Bay Colony, we had 118 students that had 2022 and 2023 tests. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Out of that 118, 67 students had a growth between 2022 and 2023. Remember, this year we're only looking at 3 domains for accountability. We're looking at reading, listening, and speaking. And you either had to have a double advanced high, or you had to come up a performance level in 2 out of those 3 domains. Okay. And so 67 divided by 118 is 57%. In 2022, they had 39%. So the change is 18%. So I come over here and I say, well, what was my 2023. My 2023 was 57. 57 is greater than or equal to 55. Therefore, Bay Colony gets 4 points. Okay. If I come here to Hughes Road had 44 students that tested in 2023 and had 2022 and 2023 test scores in all domains. Out of those 44, 20 made progress, had 2 out of the 3 domains that made progress, okay, which gave them a 45% progress. They had 34% in 2022, therefore that's an 11% gain. They did not make 55%, they did not make 49%. However, this is greater than this, therefore they get 2 points. Okay, if your change in 2023 is greater than the interim, then you'll get 2 points. Okay. So if I look at, let's look at Lobit. Lobit had 45 students that tested in 22 and 23. They had 18 that made progress, so that's 40%. They needed 44 in order to get 3 points. Their gain between 22 and 23 was 14%. They needed this to be greater than this, therefore they'll get 2 points. Okay, so it's basically no growth, showed minimum growth but not at target, showed expected growth but not at interim, meets the 2023 goals for interim, meets the 2037 goal. And that's how Domain 3 is going to work this year.